Everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and I have a plan with me for you guys today. If I am a good editor, you will already seen my swatches of the week. I filled up both of my pens, and I'm very excited about these two. So this is the Wearingeul Wayfarer. This is a new one to me, and it is a shimmery, beautiful ink. I have really enjoyed the Wearingeul inks that I have sampled so far. And then this one is a Diamine Caramel Sparkle, and this is the only one that I've gotten so far that I would love to have a full bottle of. I just love this color. So I did swatch both of those in various planners. I'll talk about my swatch book here in a second, but I wanted to show you guys they are filled up. I have been using them. I'm actually a little bit late to film this plan with me, but I have been chugging along with everything. In the beginning, I've got a couple of hauls. I've got a couple of planners that are out and a couple of planners that are moving in. So I have two haul videos coming up. It'll be, I think, the Friday video and then a bonus video because I have two. One of them is the February Hub and Inch Hub Girl kit. Spoiler alert, I saw the sneak peeks for the March kit is a koi pond theme. Not into it. I think fish are kind of weird looking, even though I do enjoy fish. I like having a fish tank. We don't have one currently, but I grew up having fish and fish tanks. And I would love to have a saltwater tank at some point, but fish are just kind of weird looking and I don't want my whole, month with weird fish. So it was koi pond themed, not into it at all, skipped it. So I will not get a kit for March. That will give me an opportunity to use up some randomness out of my collection, which I'm kind of excited about. And if they release other collections throughout March, I will give myself permission to purchase whatever I want. I'm really trying hard not to purchase much extra as far as stickerage goes. I did end up placing a little Coffee Monsters co-order, but it was very small, so I don't feel bad about that. If I'm just purchasing a tiny bit here and there, that's no big deal. It was just, I was purchasing a ton every month on top of this kit, and this was purchased in December with some Christmas money, and that was like my last big splurge. So I did end up ordering tons of this. I'll have a haul video outlining the entire kit. I have the actual page protector that it comes with, and then in order to store all the Hobonichi size ones and the vertical planner size ones, I just use this cheap Amazon one. I bought a bunch of these cheapy Amazon ones. They do have two sides in the pocket, so one for each section of things. So that's generally how I have my monthly kits stored. It's like everything that can fit in these smaller pockets and then in the back, and then the actual like weekly and monthly type of kits are in this separate one. So that is good. I've been stickering up a little bit in things, playing around with those February stickers. It's still a long way out, so I haven't done a whole lot, but I've just played with it a little bit. And now I ended up getting some small glue runners. These are just from Amazon. I don't know how well they work or anything. I may do a review at some point or an update at some point, but I generally speaking really like using my ATG gun, and I have tons of refills for this. I can get the refills in bulk really, really cheap. So at home, when I'm at home doing various photos and stuff, I can totally use this. But when I am doing it's like my Sunday everything, I go to her private lesson and I just sit there for an hour and work on whatever planner related things. So generally speaking, I've been working on the photo a day and then starting my reflections and goals. I don't quite get through the whole entire thing while I'm sitting there usually, but I will put a little tape runner in here, and I ran out of my little tape runner. So I did end up ordering a pack of tape runners. So I've got all my highlighters and Moxie dots. I'll stick a couple of pins in here to use, and I'll have a tape runner in there, and I can also stick photos down in here. But I realized last week when I set up my new one, I can stick the photos in the flap. So I'll show you that in a second. It's part of this stack right here, but I ordered these so I can have one with me, and that should last me a while since I'm only using it, one time a week. I think it'll work great. And then, last but not least, I did get my other Squishmallow vinyl. I ended up placing two different orders on Etsy from two different people. So this is from Toadstool Trinkets, which is super cute. They included quite a few freebies, but I love the little Bigfoot Squishmallows. They remind me of the South Park Canadians. And so I love it. We ended up watching the Cred special episode last night, and Johnny did agree with me. He's like, yeah, the Squishmallows are cute because they look like the Canadians. But yeah, I've got these two. I'm going to be stickering them on my little daily log family planner here soon. Family planner is in my family currently not planning a family. The baby making factory is closed. Got two kids and that's enough for me, but it's my family daily log type of thing. So this is gonna be stickered. They did include quite a few freebies. I'm not gonna show you this note because it does have a coupon for me. And here are their little freebies. Little froggies, Toadstool Trinkets, the little like psychedelic looking mushroom, and then this one with a flag on it. So super cute. Not sure where or when I will use these, but I'll stick them in with all the rest of my little vinyl decals. So that's all for hauls right now. I've got 2 planners that are just out. I tried out the Hobonichi. My cuticles are a total mess, guys. I'm taking a nail break and it's just like so dry and cracky, and I'm not filming any like in front of the camera videos this week because I'm totally redoing my background and it's a mess right now. So I've been doing a lot of rearranging and stuff, but it just distracts me like how dry and stuff they are. But this one's out. I tried it out for a couple weeks, just ended up splurging and getting the one I really wanted, which we'll talk about. It's in this stack, but this one's totally out. I just do not love it. You guys know, multiple videos on that one. It's just going back on the shelf for now. And then the Hello Kitty one, this one, I just haven't been using. So I'll show you. This was last week, didn't touch it. I was good about updating the first couple weeks, but then I felt like it's a lot of duplication from my sticker sneeze planner. It's a lot of duplication from my to-do list planner. Like it's a down and dirty, ugly to-do list. It's the Hobonichi Han dragons cover. It's just little sea dragons on it, but this is like my messy, sloppy to-do listing thing. You know, I use my fountain ink, use my fountain pen, and just write in all the messy to-do list stuff. This is a neater version of the same thing, so it definitely is a duplication step. So I feel like this one's gonna come in and out if I continue to use this process, because I do love this, like looking back. This one, you know, it's a lot of stuff to like look back at. I don't feel like I'm gonna flip through this and look back at it at all, but I would like to see a more structured log. And I do love how this looks. It's just a duplication step, and some weeks I'm just not feeling it. And so this week I just didn't feel it. I guess last week I didn't feel it. I didn't do anything on the last week, and then this is actually this week. I don't even have a weekend or a to-do type thing done at all. So this one is out for now. I just wasn't feeling like duplicating anything. I feel like I'm keeping up good with our daily chores and to-do listing and photo a day and all that stuff. I don't need the extra step right now. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling like going above and beyond and duplicating much of anything. So this one's out for now. I think it's gorgeous and I love it. And it may be one that I may want to repurpose maybe next year. I'm thinking already of doing some sort of big challenge for myself next year, but this is a perfect one to redate because the dates can be covered up so easily in this one. So it might end up being something down the line. It might end up being back in the same capacity as I was using it the first 2 weeks, but I just, you know, I got bored of that really easily. Anything that's gonna cause me to have more work to do, I get bored of it. So that one is out for now. Like I said, may come back, may not. For now, I'm just gonna stick it on the shelf and not worry about it. The other planners I have been using have been great, and I have 3 new things to stick in. So I did a whole video swatching this out. That one should have already popped up for you guys, and maybe one of my hauls might have already popped up if I can get with it and edit it. But I ended up setting up my swatch book, and I talked about it in that video. I did 2 different things. Look, I'm going to be doing these like watercolor-esque. I start with full ink, add water, and fade it out to the end. Love, love, love this. I will be continuing this. I've got my first couple of swatches in the actual book. I'll link to that video down below talking about how I set this up, but I am starting the back pages today. So I've got the little title for my Caramel Sparkle sample page, and I think I'm gonna do like the crinkly bag technique where you take one of those Ziploc plastic bags, crinkle it up really good, put a couple of drops on, and then smear them with the plastic bag so it makes these splotchy things and they look really cool. So I'll probably do that. I want to do song lyrics in here. I really like doing some brush lettering song lyrics, but this would be like poem style, you know, writing down the page for quite a while. So I'll do some swatching, some poeming, and then these ones I think I will do not 2 back to back, but just on the front page each week. Like front page. I did end up ripping off date stuff on here, so there are a few little fuzzy spots here and there that the grid isn't pulled off of, but I really like this. I love that the pages in the back are numbered so I can have an index up at the front. I just decorated this one and I really, really like this. This is the last year's A5 undated, and I cannot wait to fill this up and get it all crinkly and beautiful. That's gonna be a, you know, a slow process. I've got 2 ink swatches per week, and I went ahead and set this up thinking I would use my last week's pens, didn't end up using them. So I will save pages and come back to those 2 pages. Like I'll put in the index 2 empty pages for the other 2. And I am gonna get a dip pen, and another dip pen. That is just, you know, something that's really fun. And now this one, I'm not going to show a ton of it because it is more private and I have spent quite a bit of money. I want to tell you guys all the money that I'm spending, because I did spend a lot of money this month, like gearing up, and some of the things written in here actually are from December as well. So I am making this a spending log, and I wanted to write out like more specifics than just like ultimate subscription, $65. I want this to be really detailed, like how many sticker sheets I ended up with. I wrote out all the stuff that the collection included, and then my jet pens order, I wrote out every single pen, every line. And one thing I thought about this is, as I'm writing all this out, it's kind of a deterrent. Like, I don't want to have to write out every single thing I buy. So that's kind of a deterrent, thinking, oh, you know, if I purchase this order of 20 things, I need to write out all 20 things. So it has been something that's been an extra thought step built into my budgeting, but I like it holds me accountable in my own mind. I like being able to write it out. So I just use a Tombow for the top, like the header part, and then whatever color of the week. I started this last week. This is the Polar Glow, and yeah, really liking it so far. I was using this one for swatching, and this just says 2023 because this is what I did in 2023, and then I set up a 2024, and then it will continue, you know, month to month in here with this spending for now, and it could last way past 1 year. I just feel like it's a cute book that I kind of want on the bookshelf for a while, so I thought it would be great in that capacity. And then last but not least, drum roll, I am so excited. I ended up getting the sterling ink that I really wanted. It's the caramel with the gold edge, and this is going to be my daily log pages in the back. I have put on the date headers. This is, again, part of the haul, but I ended up ordering date headers from Sterling Ink and getting them through March, so I went ahead and stuck all those on, and then I went ahead and reprinted my pictures and redid this front section. Still undetermined what all this front stuff is going to be. It might end up being nothing. We'll see. Might write in major kid milestones or something. I'm not sure. But I did my weekly pages, and these are one of the things I really wanted with those daily pages. I might stick pictures and stuff in the daily pages as well. For now, they were just written in my other Sterling ink that's my sticker sneeze, but I had them written in here, and I really like the way that they look in here. So I'm going to duplicate these. At some point, I have them. I can duplicate them whenever I feel like, you know, getting extra credit and doing above and beyond stuff. Right now, I'm just trying to keep up with my regular old stuff. So I did end up redoing these front pages. These first two were mostly already done in my other, when I pulled out the Hobonichi. These two first weeks were already pretty much done. So I just had to redo them. I like just having a little arrow with the blurb on all these extra pictures. And I like the collage messiness of this. And then here was last week, which I really enjoyed, adding a little washi tape and just really sticking with pen and photos, and really just letting the photos be the main star of the page. So this week will be right here, and I like it. It's going to bulk up quite a bit because these are regular photos, but I like it. I think it's cute. It's something I can flip through and feel happy, and then the back pages will be those daily log pages. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I put it in the Hobonichi cover, and I realized when I was doing this that I could stick the photos in these little flaps. I can cut them down. I have a 4x6 printer, which I have a review of it. I'll link it down below for you guys. I've had it for 6 years now. That video is 6 years old. I still love it, still works great. But I print the 4x6 so you can fit 6 of these size photos on there. These are the true 2x2s, and then I used the wrong ratio and got a little bit skinnier of pictures. And then these were just on a 4x6 as one weird collage. And I can cut those down and stick them in the flaps. So I can put them in here. I was sticking them in this compartment, but now I have a little place that I can stick those photos when I'm heading to Olivia's practice. So I'm super excited about this. This was something I totally splurged on. I didn't need another planner, but I really wanted this one. So the Squishmallows are gonna go on the front. The girls love Squishmallows, and I think they're super cute. Cute. Okay, so Squishmallows. I ordered these ones special, and I am super excited about those. Very cute. And then I just have this one in here for now. It just says I love washi, but it's been in here before. I really like that. I would love to have had the unicorn one say I love pens or I love planners, because those are my two favorite things, pens and planners. I stuck one of them on my Arctic, which is basically like a Stanley dupe, but it's ceramic coated, so I can have it. Still might stick this one on another tumbler at some point. There you go, there's my little daily log. If I feel like it, I will go back and start those backlog pages, and I've got to decorate the back pages so I can start using this every day. But it is here. I'm so excited that that arrived. That is it for this stack. Rambled so long, but yeah, I told you all the goodness. And now it's actually time to actually do some planning. I slammed this down a little bit. Here was last week. I whited out. Oh yeah, we had a freeze. Our area went under a boil water notice, so they canceled school. It happened like really late at night when we got the notice, and then school canceled like an hour later. So we had no school on Tuesday, and then the rest of the week looked good, but I do love the washi strip as the whiteout on there. And then here is this week. I have to look up what rehearsal times they have. There's a competition coming up. It's full-on competition season, so we are rehearsing every weekend, and we will have a solo practice too on here. So I've got to add in a couple of things. I don't know if I've said this. The purple dot is my Nurtec, my migraine medicine, and then the other dot is turning Olivia's expander. So I turn it every other day for now, and she's getting braces in a couple of weeks. And I have this sticker book. I might end up trying to throw a little bit of that in, and I've got the January kit from the Coffee Monsters Co. and the kit from Hubbin and Chub Girl to play around with. I just need to add a few things to this. I'm gonna grab my phone and see what needs to be added in here. All right, we've got Wednesday. John is gonna be out of the office. I'll grab his color, and I'm just gonna write that in at the top here. So I would say out of the office, out of this physical room. Now we share rooms, and he's gonna go into the physical real office at his work, at his real company. He's gonna go to the office. I'll put it, he's not gonna go super duper early, but put it here, like office day for him. That way he can see some coworkers and get out of the house a little bit. It's just good for him to have to go to work now. And then we've got already preschool in there. And then, oh, Belafondo's coming up this weekend, so I'm gonna put that in. And then their rehearsal is a morning rehearsal this day. So I just, when I get this schedule, I went ahead and wrote in this, and we didn't have the times yet. So now we have the times. I'm gonna write both rehearsals in with some cute little labels. An early morning, well, not early, but a morning rehearsal, not super early. And then an afternoon rehearsal. And I may or may not stay for this one. It might be a drop-off one because it is Belafondo. I might end up starting Belafondo later in the day. So I'm gonna write that one in too. And we're gonna do this one, Keep Growing, because it's, you know, motivational. This is Belafondo weekend. Doesn't really matter what time I do it. I pledged 50 miles, which I feel like is doable. I've been racking up the miles. I'm now over 100 miles for this year so far, and I feel really good about that. I'm trying to get to 150 by the end of the month, which I think is doable. I'm at like 118 now as of yesterday. The big weekend is just Saturday and Sunday. You just get as many miles as you can, or as many as you want to pledge. And this one's the capstone event, so it's a little bit different, and I don't exactly know what's involved in that. She's got some testing at school, but I don't need to write that in. It's just she'll wear like cozier clothes that day. I don't need to write that in here. It's on our family calendar. I think that's it. We're not even going to do takeout. Generally speaking, we've been doing takeout the last couple Wednesdays, but I made enough clam chowder that we can reheat that for the Wednesday instead of going out, because we had a lunch date one of the days recently, and that's enough eating out, and he'll eat out at lunch when he goes to the office. Oh yeah, let's write in office. I think that is it, and this is my filming day. I could write that in on a label, or like stick something there to make it look cute. Maybe one of these like reminder dots. I like these little checklist things, but then I don't seem to use them when I do make checklists. And I wanted to go to the car wash this week, but it's been raining, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. And this is filming day, but I don't know how much I'm actually going to film on Wednesday because the background's crazy. I think I can still do a little bit of filming. And then one of my main things I want to get done is finishing the background. So car wash and then rearrange. Yes, my thing's in the way. And then for my habits here, I am totally taking Japanese off of my habits. I didn't even check off my things, but I've been keeping up with them. I totally did work out or meditate, and then I did my wellness the whole entire week. Didn't do Japanese again, and then I did keep up with my photo a day. I am caught up through even today, so that is done. I'm going to take Japanese off because right now it's just one of those things that has to drop down. I don't have the capacity for it right now, so it's not on the schedule. I'm going to write her solos because we need to be running her solos every day, which we've been really good at doing. And I want you to notice this one has 7 dots, this one has 8 dots, so a newer or different pack has the right amount of dots. And then this is going to be her solos. And if I start really keeping up with these to where the 3 of these are no big deal, I will take them off and try to put in a new habit. But as you can see, I don't check them off every day. I just check them off like a couple of times. So like midweek, I'll check them off, and then the end of the week, I'll check them off. So it doesn't happen every time. Okay, so there is a look at this week. I've got our food there too. I made clam chowder. And then the pulled pork actually happened this weekend. So I switched those two. I ended up getting a random hair and deciding I wanted pulled pork. So we already did that this weekend. But anyway, that's actually clam chowder now. There's the look at the menu. This is meal planning here. I always put the little fruit on here or whatever I have. I had a ton of those from, oh, I can't talk in right. Meal plan, that's an L. I had a ton of these left over from that Tropical Fun kit, which is, I think, the June Hubbin and Chub Girl kit. So I ended up sticking a lot of those on. And then, oh yeah, let's talk about goals and weekly reflections. Since this is done, I will end up decorating this a little bit. I think I went back, oh, I didn't even go back very much, but generally speaking, I will add these in as I go to make it look a little bit fancier. I didn't even do like our brunch stuff. I didn't even put that on here. Which I did pulled pork breakfast tacos, which was great. Love pulled pork. Okay. This around. So I did already do my goals and reflections, and that was other weeks. So that was week 2. That was last week. This is last week. So week 3's photos. And then this is, I guess, going into week 4. So I've got all of my reflection stuff done. I ended up combining wins and what worked because I was writing them out, and then I realized, you know, this was more of a what's worked type of thing and not really a win. And so I just combined the 2 on there. And this one I feel like was very short and sweet. I didn't feel like writing a whole lot. And then here I changed it up just a little bit. You can pause and read all of this. I'm not going to read through all of it. I picked out some of the most important tasks for the week and highlighted those. So you can see on here. And I should put in the physical environment rearranging the scrap space, but because I have a whole section for scrapbooking, I went ahead and put it up here. So that's the only like kind of wonky one. I'm slowly but surely trying to move all of my scrapbook specific stuff upstairs. Johnny has a desk up there. It's a standing desk, which is great. It's adjustable, and I love the desk, so I definitely want to take advantage of that and do some scrapbooking up there. I really loved having a high top table in my first scrapbook room, but I haven't had a high table in a long time. I've had regular desk height tables, so he moved his computer setup down here. He's an engineer, and everything's done through the computer. So his computer setup is now down here in my scrapbook corner, and then I'm gonna make my scrapbook corner upstairs with the standing desk, and I'm really excited, but it involves me moving quite a few things upstairs. Certain things are staying down here. The big cutting machines, the shorter cardstock, 8.5 by 11 cardstock is staying down here for now, but like the albums are going up, the specific scrapbook supplies are going up. Actually, I had this up there and I realized I wanted it down here. So a couple of things have come back and forth. But yeah, I'm very excited to have like a dedicated little scrapbook corner upstairs. So it changes this room around and opens this room up quite a bit more because his computer setup is basically just a desk, and all the like scrapbook, what I want to say is clutter, is going to end up upstairs. So that way only the planner clutter is down here, and I'm very excited about it. So it's a big rearranging endeavor that I'm slowly but surely working on because it is a lot to haul upstairs back and forth. Anyway, that is it for my plan with me. It was a really chatty one because I had quite a few little changes and tweaks that I wanted to talk about. My page is done. I do want to decorate it just a tiny bit more, so I'll work on that throughout the week. Last week was a little bit bare, but I really like adding in more of the decorative stickers and the decorative boxes and enjoying this layout so much. I really, really like this hourly layout. So there you go. There is a look at my plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave relevant links, coupon codes, relevant videos that I mentioned all in the description box. Definitely always check the description box if you have any questions about things, and you can always ask me questions in the comment section down below. I would love to know, since we are getting very close to the end of the month, which maybe it will be by the time you see it since I'm on a week delay, I would really love to know in the comment section how your planner life is going so far for January. Are you loving the planners you're in? Are you making changes like me? I feel like every week I'm tweaking a little bit to make my planner line up a little bit better and a little bit more efficient for me. I still love all my little extra planners that I've talked about. My little use it up journal. I didn't even mention that one, but I've still been doing this. I didn't do my watercolor swatching. I was really into the swatch book, but I got my swatches in there. I put the little headers. That was my February kit when it arrived, but I have a sheet for watercoloring. And then I did washi of the week, which I thought was cute. Washi of the week. I really had fun with the Moxie goodness. I had some blanks, and I'm just gonna be okay with trying to have some blanks. For the rest of this page, I will switch out my creative journal pens. I went ahead and used everything in that pack of stuff. I showed it last week, so I'll put all of those here and then refill my pack of stuff. I grabbed a whole stack out of my pen collection to stick in there. So I've got lots of Erin Condren goodness, and I also want my eraser in there. So this is going to be the new stack of goodness for that creative journal. That's my nighttime journal. And that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So much talking, but it's so fun to talk planners. I could talk planners for hours. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow me along, and I will catch you guys later. Have a great day and happy planning, guys.